Hello, Steve White, Trekboy89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, Axanar released a new trailer, and I can't believe I actually was interested in it because I thought there might be something to it because apparently they have finished all their principal photography, but considering they've actually abandoned the idea of doing the Axanar film and abandoned that years ago, now they're just doing further segments of the Prelude to Axanar documentary. So they're doing two segments, like the first Prelude to Axanar, which is the only thing they actually ever completed, was like a mock documentary about the 4 Years' War, and then the film was going to be the actual 4 Years' War, and it was actually going to be a proper feature film. But the documentary is just talking heads in front of backgrounds and effect shots of the events, and it's not an actual film. So there is no Axanar film. There's going to be no Axanar film. There's going to be no Axanar videos or segments or anything. The 15-minute limitation that they have through the guidelines that were established because of them, and the court case with CBS and Paramount, that limits them to just two short 15-minute short films or segments or episodes or whatever you want to call them. And that's what people are getting. And all this trailer was a couple of effect shots, and we've seen plenty of effect shots because Robert Meyer Burnett and I think Tobias Richner, or whatever his name is, and a few people were working on effects for the film when it first went into production. And they kept working because they could work independently from the lead guy, I've forgotten his name, the guy who fired everyone who worked on the first Prelude to Axanar film and basically made it a success, and since then has not been able to get anything produced in like the 10 years since then. They were able to work without him. So there was a lot of effects shots that were finished for the film, but there was no live action, for the film. So we've seen those regurgitated and reused a bunch of times to look like they're actually producing new content, which they're not. And this trailer was just more of the same. Now, these might be new effects, but it was just a shot of the D7 with a fleet of D7s behind it, and then a shot of some Starfleet ships all warping into one area like, an armada, while the lead guy, who isn't an actor, who's running the show, who's accused of allegedly keeping the money that fans gave them to produce the film and spending it on his own personal life. And now the end of this has been funded by a new independent person who has come in and just decided to fund the project. So, what happened to all the money that was given by fans? I mean, who knows? But yeah, all it is just a voiceover, a new voiceover, and maybe some new effects, but they also might be effects that were already done before. So it's really nothing. You're not seeing anything new. It's a real nothing burger. Like it's a full-on Axanar nothing burger. Axanar flavoured nothing burger. And I don't know why I expected anything more. I don't know why I even watched it. Like, I guess I thought they might actually have some actual footage, some actual content to include in it to show people what they're actually going to get. And the sad thing was reading the comments and people going, oh yeah, I can't wait for this to be finished. We've been waiting 10 years. Can't wait to see it. It's going to be great. And I'm like, do these people even realise that they're not making the film anymore? That they're just making the first two episodes of the Prelude to Axanar documentary, because that was like the third part, and now they're just making like the first two parts of what actually happened in the war. This was sort of talking about the aftermath, and if I remember correctly, and then because that was the third part of four or the fourth part of three. I don't know. Either way, these people think they're going to get an Axanar film, and I'm like, no, it's just talking heads. And there's one scene on the bridge, because they've got that bridge set that they've been dragging around the country, and it's pretty basic. It's just people on the bridge, with red alert lighting, yelling, and oh, the ship's getting hit. That's all we're getting. Yeah. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the brand new Axanar trailer and all the promise that it delivers. It's just really sad because people donated money. They put in money because they wanted to see the Axanar film. They were promised an Axanar film. They're not going to get an Axanar film. They will, in theory, get the full Axanar documentary, so they'll know what would have happened in the film had they got it. The events of that would have transpired in the film, they will be able to see what happened, but they're not actually going to get the film ever. I just wish someone would tell them besides me.